as a matter of fact, until about 2021, so about 4 years. But not long after starting to work for Doris, apparently this man started bringing 2 of his teenage daughters to work with him all of the time. And Doris said that she noticed that, quote, they all looked crazy every single day. The clothing that they were wearing was in terrible condition. They apparently smelled really bad. And the van that this man was driving and drove to work, it looked like it was packed with clothes, packed with food. Definitely didn't seem like a normal vehicle that somebody is driving to and from work. Now, Doris also noticed that the teenage girl's speech was really bad when she first met them, even thinking that maybe they had an accent because their speech seemed so out of the norm, seemed so, troublesome. They also apparently could not read or write. So she asked this man several times, maybe the girls are homeschooled. Are you homeschooling them? But she never got a straight answer. This all gave Doris a very bad feeling. She knew something wasn't right here. And she said she felt like she was going insane during this time because she was seeing all of these red flags, but there was nothing that she could really do about it. Then one day, she met the man's stepdaughter. She met her in one of Doris's buildings that the man was apparently working in. She met her in the hallway, and the first thing that Doris noticed was her appearance. And she thought to herself, wow, that girl looks really young. In fact, she looks like she just had a child. So Doris, she's doing the math. She's putting the math together, realizing it is not adding up. It isn't making any sense. At first, she was thinking like, okay, maybe those kids are hers and his, but then she started asking even more questions. And because of this line of questioning, because she was trying to get more information, suddenly the family became very distant. And then one day, she never saw them again. This was for 2 years. Then sometime in 2023, when the man decided to come back around, he came to Doris and he said he was looking for work. So Doris, she agreed to help him. I mean, sure, she could use the help, of course, with her businesses, but she also never got over that feeling of worrisome that she had, and never got over that feeling of questioning what the truth was, what was really going on here, knowing something wasn't quite right. She even made a point in this moment to say to herself, you know what, I'm going to get to the bottom of it this time. I'm going to figure out what is truly going on, and this time, this man is not getting away. Interestingly, though, this time around, as he's re-entering Doris's life, the man had a completely different story than what he had previously told her. He said, look, okay, this isn't my daughter. This is my lover, my wife, all while he was pointing to the young girl. And Doris later said that she saw them kissing, saw them hugging, and she finally said to herself, you know what, I'm done. Something's weird. I'm calling the police. So that is when the tip came in, and that's when the police first came to the family's home and began interviewing them. And Doris was worried that when the police went out there and when the police would start talking to him, that maybe the man would get spooked. Maybe he would disappear or run off with these people, with this daughter, with these kids, similar to what he had done just 2 years before when she was asking him all of those questions. And she definitely didn't want to let him get away now. She didn't know exactly what their living situation was, but she knew that the man and his family lived somewhere, not in their van, not on the street, but she didn't know much more than that. She didn't know the specific location. So to make sure that he didn't disappear, didn't get spooked, didn't run, Doris offered to let the man and his family stay at one of her homes so that she could keep a closer eye on them. Now, little did this man know that now Doris was working with the police. She was watching them, waiting, and telling the police everything she saw and every detail that she could. And what was about to be exposed was going to be far more sinister than any of them could have imagined. And we're going to get into all of that, guys.